Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you some little updates also on the preparation for the World Cup. Preparation towards the 2026 FIFA World Cup continue to progress steadily under the ministerial oversight framework, with coordination between the Ministry of Sports and Recreation and the Ghana Football Association, relevant state institutions, diplomatic missions, and private sector stakeholders. A major milestone in Ghana's preparation was the launch of the National World Cup fundraising campaign by His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama on 21st March 2026. The campaign was launched as a national mobilization effort aimed at supporting Ghana's participation at the World Cup, team preparation, logistics and operational activities, and national representation during the tournament. At the launch, government announced a fundraising target of $30 million. His Excellency the President also clarified an important policy position that government will not directly fund supporter travel. Supporter participation will largely be driven through corporate sponsorship and private sector support. The campaign has since generated significant pledges and commitments from corporate Ghana and private stakeholders, and I wish to thank all those who have been donating and supporting in diverse ways, and to request of those who have pledged to also fulfill their pledges, those who have fulfilled partly to fulfill the remainder. We are still waiting for GoFirst Ghana to also do their commitments and others. Where? Okay, then that's good. Ghana's participation at this World Cup is not just going to be a mere participation. We wish to let you know that we are going to participate in every sector. We will not want to return same. We want to return taking advantage of the World Cup. The ministry remains encouraged by the growing support from corporate Ghana and stakeholders towards Ghana's participation at the World Cup. Black Stars technical preparation and player readiness. The Ghana Football Association has confirmed the appointment of Carlos Queiroz as head coach of the Black Stars, which you are already aware. Preparations are currently focused on tactical cohesion, physical conditioning, squad assessment, and match readiness ahead of the tournament. The Black Stars team base camp has been confirmed at Branch University in Rhode Island, USA, which will provide modern training infrastructure, recovery and wellness facilities, a stable operational environment for the team. As part of the preparation towards the tournament, the team has already participated in international preparatory matches during the March FIFA international windows, including the famous or infamous Austria, the game against Austria on the 27th March 2026 in Vienna, and that of Germany on the 30th March 2026 in Stuttgart. Additional international friendlies have also been lined up as part of the final phase of preparation ahead of the tournament, including what will be played in Mexico in May 2026, also that's 22nd. In that one, not many of our key players will be part. Then the Wales in early June 2026 in Cardiff, which the coach will use to test his team very clearly. The Ghana Football Association is also exploring one final preparatory match within the period between 2nd and 10th of June 2026 before the team moves fully into tournament camp. These matches are intended to help the technical team test systems and formations, assess player combinations, build tactical cohesion, improve competitive sharpness ahead of the tournament. The Black Stars are expected to report to the team-based camp approximately 5 days before Ghana's opening fixture. The Ghana's group stage fixtures are scheduled as follows: Ghana vs Panama 17th June 2026 in Toronto, Ghana vs England 23rd June 2026 in Boston, and Ghana vs Croatia 27th June 2026 in Philadelphia. Overall, the ministry remains satisfied with the technical, operational, and logistical process being made towards Ghana's participation in the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, engagement with the United States Embassy and visa arrangements. The Ministry of Sports and Recreation and the World Cup Oversight Committee through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs have held several engagements with the United States Embassy regarding Ghana's preparation towards the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The engagements have been positive and constructive. I have read many reports that suggest visa refusals and that only 8 or 18 Ghanaian fans have been issued visas. The truth of the matter is that the organized fans that the ministry is leading are yet to submit themselves to the American embassy for visa interviews. And so one is surprised that anybody will be talking about only 18 when that is not the case. However, we do know that individuals may be applying for visas to travel to America, Canada, and Mexico, or even as group through some travel and tour companies. I do not know what is happening to that arrangement. However, it is false and not true when anyone says that the arrangement that we are spearheading as a ministerial oversight committee and the Ministry of Sports and Recreation have had these refusals when they are even yet to appear before the visa issuing officers for their biometrics and any interview, if that will be done. So the Ministry of Sports and Recreation and the World Cup Oversight Committee through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs have held this series of meetings. As part of the coordination processes, a technical working group has been established involving the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the United States Embassy, and relevant diplomatic missions. The objective of the working group is to coordinate visa processing, accommodation arrangements, internal transport, supporter movement, and general operational activities to cover every aspect of the event preparations. The ministry also confirmed that the diplomatic missions in both the United States and Canada continue to provide regular updates regarding accommodation availability, internal transportation, and operational arrangements towards the tournament. On the local front, the Ministry of Tourism is collaborating with Events Subcommittee and the United States Embassy regarding fan engagements activities and fan parks expected to be established across the country. We hope to have them in Accra, Kumasi, Cape Coast, Tamale, and other selected cities. The fan engagement activities are intended to create national excitement and broaden public participation during the tournament period. Travel and tour operators. The ministry has also undertaken a verification and evaluation process involving travel and tour operators interested in facilitating travel arrangements for Ghanaians traveling to the World Cup. The ministry has not given contracts to any travel and tour companies. What we did was to take them through a process of verifying to make sure that at least they are up to standard and could provide the services they claim they want to provide Ghanaians, so that nobody get duped. We have not given anybody any contract to move supporters or to arrange any accommodation for us or do anything. And we will not give anybody contract when we have not concluded our processes. We haven't concluded the visa issuance processes, and so we cannot be signing up any contract. So people who keep pestering and pushing that the minister is not giving us contract, the minister is not doing it. The minister cannot sign contract with you when he is not aware of what the numbers he is dealing with. If I sign contract with you today and finally I don't give you opportunity to do it, then you come and take me to court and ask that we have asked you, we have signed contract with you, so because of that you secured some rooms, and because we didn't bring, we should pay. No, I will not do that to Ghana. I value every cedi that is collected from the taxpayers. I value every cedi that the corporate Ghana and individuals are putting into the fundraising effort, and we don't intend to waste those monies by just going into all kinds of contracts that will create problems for us later. We will not do that. And so we agree that in times like this, individuals and companies want business. We agree. We want to see their business grow. But they should let us do this logically so that it doesn't create a loss for anybody. Even when we haven't signed any contract with them, just clearing them, certifying them, and introducing them to the embassy, so if they are facilitating private persons and groups who want to go, many of them are already making demands on us. When they come and sit before me, it's more like by doing that, taking us through that process, it's more like you have signed contract with them, that those of us that you have given. I say, I haven't given anybody any contract, so we have not, and I will not do that, and none of my officers will do that. The oversight committee will not do that. The ministry will not do that. Government will not do that. The NSA will not do that. GFA, our federation in charge of football, would also not do that. So we have done so. We followed this process. We selected the travel and tour operators. The selected travel and tour operators have been endorsed after meeting the required operational and verification standards. The names of the approved operators have been submitted to the embassy to support coordination and assistance processes for Ghanaian applicants traveling through those arrangements. It is not us contracting them that you are taking these passengers or these persons on our behalf. It's to help their business. This framework, ladies and gentlemen, is intended to support Ghanaians traveling independently and corporate sponsored groups and supporters traveling through approved travel arrangements. In addition, supporters who will travel under sponsorship arrangements arising from the fundraising mobilization are also being coordinated within structured national framework. Indeed, the Ministerial Oversight Committee, which I chair, has a subcommittee responsible for transport and accommodation, and we've been working assiduously to get this through. The visa processing and FIFA accreditation. The ministry is aware of public concerns, as I stated earlier, regarding visa refusals and processing challenges. We have engaged with the embassies to improve coordination and streamline these processes. The processes include the ongoing finalizing with FIFA accreditation passes and access arrangements. Structured visa coordination processes currently being implemented for key stakeholder groups. The Supporters Union has already been given a dedicated date by the embassy for processing.